Hey, Gostok, you want to see something cool?
What's it to you?
Yes! I think he liked it, and you will too. Hello, my fellow tarnished. Welcome today, as I want to talk about something very simple. And no, I'm not talking about myself. I want to talk to you about a certain Ash of War. But which Ash of War? Well, look, when you look at all the Ashes of War in the game, there's a lot, right? And there's lots of really cool, really fancy, really flashy ones that do ridiculously powerful things. And they're all great, right? From all of the magic ones, the lightning, the sacred, and there's just a really vast array of badass skills. But I think sometimes it is pertinent to remember that the best one might actually be the plainest one. Well, what am I talking about? From the lakes from disgrace, there is a little beetle attached to the roof of this bridge, and when you shoot it down and murder it, you get yourself a little Ash of War known as Charge Forth. You might have seen this on a few weapons, it does come inbuilt on a few. Basically, it's press the button, charge forth, and then do a big stab, or hold the button, charge forth for longer, and then do a bigger stab. It's very on the surface plain. But hitting things boom is a lot of fun, but also the distance that you travel and the speed that you travel is a lot of fun. But above all of that, it is just insanely both reliable and powerful in a way that I think it's very easy to not give it credit for. So of course we need a weapon to put it on, and honestly I think arguably the best one is the lance. You get this from Limgrave right early in the game actually, simply from the War Master's shack, head up, drop down onto this little square brick ruin, and grab it from the corpse there. This is just a plain great spear, even though the lance is obviously clearly a lance, but hey, there's not enough lances for a whole lance category. In any case, it's a very strong strength great spear that gets a scaling in strength and lets you just pure two-hand, pure heavy affinity it with Charge Forth. You whack on 66 strength, so when you're two-handing you're up to 99 for maximum damage, have a nice simple array of stats, and then we just give it a nice little build, right? So in this case, we've got a seal in the other hand to put on a few buffs, and we've got the lance set to heavy, we've got the talismans Alexander's for an extra 15% damage on the skill from his questline, and we've got Godfrey Icon from the Evergaol in Altus, which yes, does affect this, weirdly, because it doesn't affect other hold down and do more skills, but it does affect this. I guess they thought maybe it'd be weird if Charge Forth wasn't affected by the charge boosting icon, but in any case, yeah, that's really, really nice to have, so that's a little bump. The other two are utility. I've gone from extra poise and damage reduction, and then I've done something quite neat in that you'll notice that I am heavily overloaded weight-wise, but I am using a wondrous physic that has the weight limit raising tier in it that gives you essentially infinite equip load. Technically it's only plus 450%, but I mean that basically is infinite. In any case, this means that we can put on full ball goats, we have this charging forth, you can poise take every attack, and just bum smack things, and it's just so satisfying and powerful. Sadly, no, stuff like Rotten Wings or Millie's prosthetic doesn't actually work on the little hits, but what does work and what we're throwing on, we're not building around it in any way, but we might as well, is Bloodflame, because each little tick of the charge, yeah, starts stacking up your Bloodflame, which is really nice. That mainly helps against bosses and random enemies around the world, which this is more than capable of taking on, and really charging around, just murdering enemy after enemy is really, really satisfying, as well as, you know, potent, because you basically just one-hit everything, or even groups of people too, and being able to do it in such a chunky set is really quite enjoyable. But the main thing here is this is a PvP monster, and that's one of the reasons it really is so genuinely fantastic fun. You have this massive poise, massive damage reduction, charging Ash of War, and you just get to run at people. You get to, well, charge at at them, power through their attacks, stab them, slash at the end, send them flying, and you just can see the panic, and it's beautiful. You do get a few really good close fights. I had a great one with Mr. Sleep Crossbow, who just managed to get me, and that was really, really awesome. Look, I'm not here to tell you that this is, like, overpowered. Oh my god, it's destroying everything. I can't believe this is happening. You know, that kind of deal. But I am, however, here to say that, hey, don't overlook some of the just more basic, plain, oh, that's just swinging your sword in a fun way, you know, Ashes of War, because ultimately they all really do have their place, they all really have some kick to them, and this one especially, I love movement-based skills, right? I love anything that just lets you surge forward and kill something. I have always found that really satisfying. High mobility melee, and in this case, being a full-on tank, just pain training forward as people don't know how to deal with it. Yeah, it's really, really good, and it's something that I kind of just wanted to impart on you guys. So hey, maybe pick up a great spear, a spear, anything that can take this Ash of War, great thrusting swords, and start charging at people and see how much joy there is to be felt in the doing of it. So, I hope you have indeed felt joy in the watching of this. Please subscribe and hit the bell for more so you don't miss further build guides, fun stuff, and all of the Elden Ring goodness you've come to expect. But for now, consider supporting the future of this channel on Patreon down below. It is what keeps us going, and it does mean the world. Until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.